Hi, this is Adam McAllister with McAllister and Myers Incorporated, and today, again, we're not talking real estate, we're talking really, really good food. Today, we're downtown York, talking with the owners of Tutoni. We have Tony and Tony Cadron, Tony with a Y, Tony with an I, and Brian, also with a Y. So, we're here at Tutoni's. Tell us, what is Tutoni's?
Tell you why. No, I'm just kidding.
Tutonis, we're Italian-inspired farm-to-table concept here in downtown York. Everything's locally sourced, down to our cheeses, and we make everything in-house, down to our whipped cream and all the butcheries in-house. You want to add anything, Tom?
Yeah, we're just fresh. I mean, when you think of Italian food around here, you think really good red sauce, and you think really good, people have been doing a great job for years and years. And what we wanted to do was bring something from the old country, not necessarily something that would, quote-unquote, compete with local people, because honestly, we're pretty much related to everybody. But what we do here is fresh. We do our house-made pastas, and we're locally sourced. So that's the heart and soul of what we do with Tutonis. Our food changes seasonally, and our menu changes often. What we want to portray is a good experience overall. Food doesn't have to be 100% Italian, it's Italian-inspired. So we want to be known for good food.
You talked about locally sourced, and
Yes.
how local is local?
Well, we go, about 45 miles out is the farthest we go, I believe. And then some things, we can't get lemons and we can't get peppercorn, which is Chef's famous quote here. That's not local. But as much as we can get local, we do.
About 95%.
Yeah.
Very nice. So no lemons coming from Felton or Crossroads. It just cannot be gotten. So how did you guys get started in the restaurant business? How did this become for you guys?
Well, we both pretty much grew up in the restaurant business, but we had moved downtown to the Codo when it first opened up, the Codo building. And Tony wanted to open a wine bar because she moved up from Orlando. And that's how the venture started to be in downtown York. And it went from a full-blown, I went from a wine bar all the way to a full-blown restaurant. So it just switched hands.
He says born and raised in it because my grandfather was the first pizza shop ever opened in York County.
1948?
1952.
And which pizza shop was that?
It started as Sorrento's and then it opened up as Alberto's.
Aha, the light bulb goes off because it's still open today.
Yep.
So why York City? Why did you pick this location to open up Tutoni's?
I'm from here, but why don't you explain?
So we met through the family, right? Because his family learned the restaurant business from my family. So when he put my ring on my finger, we didn't really figure out which town we were going to live in, Orlando or York. So I moved up here and got to know the guy I'm engaged to and fell absolutely in love with him, obviously, and York City. There's just so much potential in the small town camaraderie and the hearing the 2 degrees of separation that everybody has, It's like, oh, I know them and I know them, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. And the architecture downtown, it's screaming for redevelopment. Do something with me. So we hunted and we searched and we kept with it, and it took us 5 years, but we eventually opened our doors to Tutoni's, and we're still working on our liquor license. But York City's just where it's at. It's nice to be on the rise.
Yeah. And speaking of things on the rise, we're actually coming to you from a sort of secret location inside of Tutoni's, but will not be that secret in a little bit. Brian, tell me some of the things you're working on here at Tutoni's.
So as we get ready for our bar program, we're taking the same concept up here as we are in the kitchen. So we're going to do farm to fresh at the bar as well. All of our syrups we locally source from the central market. Anything we can do in-house, we'll make in-house, so we're not going to be using sour mixes or any of that pre-made bar stuff. We're going to be doing everything that we can as well in-house. We're also going to be doing a lot of craft cocktails. We're going to be taking old school Prohibition cocktails and doing a little fun twist on them for Tutoni's. We're going to start off, one of the first cocktails we made to start off was our old fashioned, went back to the original roots, no smashed fruit. We're going to do really old school and just do a great twist on it. Bring the quality cocktails that you find in large cities to small city York.
Very cool. So what would you say is the thing that you want folks who have not been to Tutoni's yet, what should they know about their experience coming in? What should they expect?
I'm totally going to say this because it's true when we say it. when you're here, your family.
It's true.
That's how we approach every table. I mean, we're humbled at given the opportunity to give you the experience. So come in with an open heart, an open mind, and hungry bellies, and we are more than happy to feed you.
Very cool. And where should people know to go to get more information about Tutonis?
You can visit us at tutonis.com, and that'll be constantly updated with new happenings and ongoings with our chef's table that we do monthly as a community table. We also have seasonal changes on our menu, and then the occurrences of our liquor license and what all that news has to bring.
Very cool. So come on into Tony's, join the family. You will not be disappointed. For Tony, and Brian, we're at Tutonis, and thank you for pressing play here with McAllister and Myers.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.